single family rental industry experienced absolutely no seasonal slowdown in Q3, and it looks like we are going to buck that norm of a seasonal lull heading into Q4 as well. What a difference a year makes. Rewind the clock a year ago, and single family rents, apartment rents, home prices were all tracking at a pretty similar pace. And you now look at today where we've got home prices up 10% year over year nationally, even higher in a lot of the big SFR markets. You've got single family rents rising at roughly 4% year over year, and you've got apartment rents falling 1% year over year. So SFR continuing the pattern of outperforming multifamily when it comes to recessions. Occupancy rates in the REIT markets are the highest that they've ever reported. And then on a national front, highest since 1995. So that tells you what's going on in terms of demand. When it comes to rent growth, the REITs reported 6.5% growth on new leases in the third quarter. That's the highest they've seen since 2016. Our Burn single family rent index showed that rents were up about 4% year over year. There's a couple of reasons for the delta there. The REITs are primarily concentrated in a handful of markets, and those markets are outperforming. So Atlanta, a Phoenix, a Tampa. And then our index captures the 63 biggest SFR markets in the country. So a much deeper sample. And it's also capturing mainly mom and pop investors in those markets, which account for about 98% of all SFR ownership across the country. We also know that mom and pop investors are much less inclined to push rents and jeopardize cash flow, which the REITs don't really have to worry about as much. They've got real-time pricing models that help them with their rent figures. One of the trends that we've continued to see is a big shift in migration to the Southwest, Texas, the Southeast, and urban flight benefiting SFR. So the REITs commented on this. We picked it up in our survey work over the last couple of months. And then population stats as well continue to echo that theme. We've continued to add just a ton of coverage and analytics to this report. I wanted to call out a few things that I think are very interesting. So we're now tracking for 21 of the largest institutional SFR operators, average rents, as well as the total number of homes in their portfolios. And you can see it on this slide here. We've also started tracking what the REITs are reporting at the metro level for both occupancy rate trends as well as rent growth trends. And then continuing to build out the build for rent section of this report, we've now got 31 build for rent operators that we're including in this report, and then a bunch of the groups providing both debt and equity financing to them as well. And with that, I will talk to you in a few months.